What is going on, my dudes? Dylan Murray here, and welcome back to NASCAR Thunder 2004 for race 13 of 36, where today we're going to be at Dover for the running of the MBNA Armed Family Forces 400. Last week at Charlotte was my 7th straight win. We are going to be running this car for a couple more races, probably until Michigan. And then we're going to change it for the race after that, which is Sonoma. Personally, I consider Dover to be one of my better racetracks, but the only problem is in the Thunder games and 2005 to a certain extent, the car is so twitchy. It doesn't matter what you're driving on, what you're on could be, the apron or the actual racetrack itself. The car is just so terrible and so twitchy, it's not even fun, to the point where it's almost borderline unbearable. Just keep in mind, this is just my experience, as I did the same thing that Gordon did one year in qualifying, eat shit. So we're second now. I mean, as long as we're on the front row and we don't end up causing a big mess, we're good.
Welcome to Delaware for the
Two of the big three start on the front. NASCAR 2004's big three start on the front row.
So what can we expect in this
The big three.
Yeah, the Monster
Big
Mile. This 1 mile oval may look easy, but boy, let me tell you, it's a lot harder than it looks. These big corners are absolute torture on the body, and fighting to keep your car off the walls requires total concentration from these drivers.
The 176 car seems to always have a good starting position at the speedways.
Oh yeah, and that makes it so much easier on race day also. When there isn't much traffic, it makes your race a lot less stressful as a driver.
Tony Stewart won both races here at Dover in 2000 and always seems to run well here.
He definitely has a knack for getting around this racetrack. No matter where he starts, you got to figure on him being up front by the time this race is over.
In 2002, it seemed that Harvick suffered through the sophomore slump that we always hear about.
With only one win and a 21st finish in the points, it was a down year. But you have to believe that Richard Childress' race team, especially one with Goodwrench on the hood, is going to find his championship form sooner or later.
We got a couple different schemes. Looks like Jarrett's got his Flames. Brett's Bodines got the Hooters Memorial car. So, yeah.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
All right. Pace car is off. Me and Gordon bring him down. Time to bring the action at the Monster Mile.
Number 24 is inside. You're clear. Stay focused.
Get down.
Number 20 now left.
No, this car is terrible.
Clear on both sides.
By the way, one lap in, Jeff Gordon has slid in, taking the early lead. I'm basically doing everything I can to follow him, but at the same time not bounce off of anything around me. So that's kind of the goal.
Got the leader. Be patient with the pass.
Okay, my eye itches. Sorry for the random pause. My eye and face started itching for some reason. So far, Gordon's beginning to pull into an early lead. I'm currently sitting in second. Tony Stewart is sitting in third. Gordon, I am your friend. You will give me a break. I said you will give me a break, motherfucker.
Still beside you. The
Thank you.
24 is coming lines.
Ow. Ow. Gordon trying to go to the outside.
Number 24,
Ow. Anyways, that brief sneezing fit I just got myself into, Jeff Gordon just took the lead. Lead at Dover. He is no stranger to success here. He, in his 4th championship, he won this very race in 2001.
He's not racing yet as hard as he could.
And that was one of the races he won on his way to his 4th championship. And he actually won the same races in 2014. But unfortunately, Keselowski screwed him. Because he's a piece of shit.
Got the leader. Stay on his back bumper.
the 24 car.
We just took the lead back from Gordon, so I have a feeling just like NASCAR 2003, this will just be a perpetual back and forth between me and the guy behind me. I have a feeling. So we're in the lead right now. We're pulling away from Gordon by quite a bit that time. And now we're just continuing to distance ourselves away from him. Typically at Dover, everybody likes to be right on the bottom. I mean, like, for me, I like to be near it, especially in the corners, like right below where that last seam is. I like to be right on it. And now that 24 is becoming less and less of a dot in the rear view as Michael Waltrip has slid into 3rd. Keep in mind, considering I've taken like 90% of the wins, Jeff Gordon has not won at all this season. And I mean at all. And he's still looking for his first win this year. But so are 42 other guys looking for wins. I have a second on gap on him, but at the same time, look, it's more like I have a freaking mile on him because I don't see his mark indicator on the bottom of the screen. Coming down the back stretch, I think I'm going to pit probably around lap 20-ish or so, or 21. Probably a lap after halfway. This one I'm going to come down pit road and just. So I guess now I'm just going to enjoy this lead while I can. Michael Waltrip slid into 2nd, but how about Kevin Harvick sliding up into 4th? Definitely a solid day for that GM Good Wrench bunch. "14 laps in, and I've led. Me and Gordon have traded the lead for probably the first 5, and then afterwards I've taken over and pretty much taken command of this race. Now I've taken 3 seconds. Now I'm 3.1 seconds ahead of Mikey here in 2nd. And Harvick, Kenseth, and I think I saw Gordon slip to 5th. So, yeah, he's in 5th right now. But so far, I'm just running away from the field right now, trying to see how long I can stretch the tires and fuel. With a 3.6 second lead on Michael Waltrip. Flying all the way around this racetrack. Why don't we go on board? And on board what I like to call Lady Liberty. You can just see that you are never flat, never perfectly flat at Dover International Speedway. Everywhere you look, even on the straightaways, which are self-cleaning, by the way, you are at an angle. In the corners, you're thrown to the left. On the straightaway, you're thrown to the right and settled back down. Now we got a 5.5 second lead over Michael Waltrip. Flying around this place. So we're going to pit next time. Next time by is when I'm going to come down pit road here. Now pit stops have begun as Rusty Wallace and Dale Jr. have slipped into the top 5. Go ahead and get down pit road. This is a tough pit road to enter, keep in mind, so I've slowed down quite a bit. That's why I slowed down quite a bit that time. You see everybody getting ready. Four-tire stop. Everybody getting back out in pit road, back on the lead lap. Back out right next to Ashton Lewis. We come out in 7th, currently 1 lap down after that pit cycle. There's the 46. Presuming Kevin LePage has not pitted. That's why he's still on the racetrack. Either he did or he pitted with the first wave of cars or what. I don't know. We're currently sitting in 7th. Oh, sorry, 4th now. We've got several more down on pit road. There's Stanton Barrett in the 60. And now we've just taken 2nd. And now we're 14.5 seconds off from Christian Fittipaldi, who is coming on to pit road now, I presume. So I'm going to take the lead over right here very shortly. Barely anything has happened, to be perfectly honest. Save for a pretty decent battle with Gordon at the start of this race. But after that, it was just been a case of me dominating. Ooh, a little bit of contact with Bill Elliott. Wow. Trying to negotiate my way around through this traffic. Or I could probably just spend the rest of this race sharing draft, which would be a lot more reasonable, and I'd save fuel, and I'd be prepared if a caution were to come out just now and really change things up, if you will. Oh, somebody was slow up there in turn 2, or got way out of the groove that time, because there's a lot of smoke up there. We're still green, but there is a lot of lap cars up ahead that I'm going to have to find my way to negotiate through. And in fact, Kyle Petty is holding me up that Harvick is able to close in bit by bit basically every lap. Kevin Harvick actually won this race in NASCAR Thunder 2003, for those who are curious. He's 4.6 seconds back. Trying to negotiate my way past Jack Sprague in the 0. A little tight there.
Still beside you, careful.
So since we've led the most laps, we've gotten 5 more points. I mean, it's useful, I guess. Just like me drafting with Kyle Petty. Yeah. Anyways, Kevin Harvick has 11 laps to catch me. Plenty of time if I keep getting... oh, God! If I keep getting held up behind the 45, Kyle Petty, a.k.a. Mr. No Talent, a.k.a. Mr. I'm only relevant because I'm a fucking TV commentator, and my last name is, and I'm related to basically the Messiah of NASCAR. Anyways, 9 laps to go. Kevin Harvick is 4 seconds back. I'm trying to remake a Dover scenario, where Chase Elliott got caught behind Ryan Newman, and Newman wouldn't let him go. Ow. Chopped him off there. So far, I think Petty could catch me, but Harvick, but only if there is a caution to come out like right now, or if somebody were to just eat it right in front of me. Harvick is just over 4 seconds back. I'm trying to see if I can get my way past Kenny Wallace. Ooh, tight. Trying to get back by Kenny Wallace in the 23. I'm on the outside lane, which is considered a dangerous spot at Dover. And that lost a lot of time compared to Kevin Harvick, down to 3 seconds. Separates me from the 29. Four to go. Now 3.2 seconds. The gap seems to shrink bit by bit, but the question is, will it be enough? Waltrip with a blown motor. Three to go. Now it's 2.9 seconds. And that time it was even more. Oh, into the wall again. It's joys of tire wear right here. Trying to negotiate my way past all these cars. Ow. I may be losing a lot of time because I see that 29 starting to get a lot closer and closer. He's 1.6 seconds back. Question is, will it be enough? Probably not. There are times in NASCAR where somebody goes out and begins their dynasty by having seasons like this. 8th straight win for Capital Peak at Dover. And how about a strong run from the Bowtie camp? Shame they can't get that in 2018 NASCAR.
Race.
That's pretty amazing. It says a lot about the quality and true talent of these NASCAR Winston Cup drivers.
The 176 car is the big winner in this one.
All the hard work this week has just paid off for that team. That was an awesome win.
The 176 car sure did run well with the 24 car.
There's no better feeling than trusting the guys around you on the track. If you don't have to worry about the guy behind wrecking you, you can focus on the track and running quick laps.
Another dominating win. Wow. In a word, I believe I'm beginning my dynasty in this game. Point standings aren't really going to matter because I'm still leading and there's probably going to be jack shit in terms of changes. But anyways, nice run for Harvick, surprisingly. Nice run for Harvick, though, at the end of this race. I forgot to mention that. The next race, we're going to be at Pocono. We have a 293-point lead over Gordon. And this is NASCAR Thunder 2004's equivalent of the Big Three. So, driver respect. Stanton Barrett's mad. Brett Modine's kind of mad. Ashton Lewis could care less. Mike Skinner could care less. Harvick's sort of my friend. Dale Jarrett's sort of my friend. Kenseth sort of is my friend. Junior's sort of my friend. Terry Labonte's an ally. Mark Martin's a friend. Sterling Marlin's a friend. Kurt Busch is a friend. Bobby Labonte is a friend. Kyle Petty is a friend. And Jeff Gordon is a friend. Still, no win for somebody like Gordon or Junior at this point. Could this change at Pocono? Tune in Friday at noon Eastern